Yeah, welcome back to the Firehouse for some more Firehouse reason. I think in this reason we'll have a look at Mr. and Mrs. Ego. You know what I mean? Because I feel we are now living in a world where Mr. and Mrs. Ego is totally in control of the situation as it was, you know. And you will find Mr. and Mrs. Ego in whatever field of life you want to think about, you know, be it political, religious, sporting, everything, you know what I mean. But I feel everyone know that egoistic behavior is not a good thing anyway. So if it's not a good thing, why is it so much idolized as it was, you know, in this world? You know what I mean? Being egoistic. When I mean being egoistic, you know, be you a pop singer, a movie star, a footballer, as they call them now, celebrity, you know, I mean, showing your knickers and these, they make all kind of celebrities now, innit? So I'm saying then, if the ego is not a good part of our character, why is it so much celebrated? Like I'm saying, why is it so exciting then, as an example, when you have Madonna speak about this already, but she's a lady of 53 years old, yeah? And she's supposed to be some big superstar, and here she is flashing her breasts, which I say is an egoistic behavior for a woman, because no dignified woman could be doing this. You understand what I mean? It is an egoistic behavior. And yet we have other egos, women themselves as well, who should know better, but because they are just egos themselves, they are saying that this behavior is okay. You know, because if you are a 53-year-old granny, instead of teaching morality to both to your grandchildren and your children and to other people's children, it's okay for you to go flash your breasts, because this will make children excited. Is she trying to excite children, or is she trying to excite perverted men, or is she trying to say something spiritual to spiritual men and women by revealing her breasts? You know what I mean? But as an ego, she will get celebrated for that, because this is the world of the ego. If you are a footballer, you know what I mean, and you advertise on underpants in your underpants, oh well, you know what I mean, anything egoistic is celebrated, you know what I mean. So you find out that the ego is rampant, the ego has taken over our life. We would say now the ego is the president, he's the I like this word that Rasta use, not prime minister but the crime minister. He's the crime minister, he's the president, he's the head of the church, he's the head of entertainment, he's the head of everything. And for you to get on, you have to be an ego, especially in these times. Look at all of you. Name me one of your celebrities, that you so-called celebrities, be they black or white celebrities, who's got any sense whatsoever, apart from an egoistic image, you know, and always seeking the limelight and looking for what they call fame and having a fan base, you know what I mean. Now that individual, like we would say in Firehouse, you don't even have to go to Firehouse. If you should ask one what you call a psychologist, they will tell you that these people are deluded, and they are. That's why they have to be booking themselves into rehabilitation center. They always seem to have some form of drug problem or alcoholic problem, because these so-called celebrities behind the scene are depressive freaks. Because you can't be yourself if you are a celebrity, you know. You weren't born to be a celebrity, well, you was born to be a human being. You know what I mean? And you are striving to be something that you're not. And then you have others now striving to be the same thing, striving to be a star. You know what I mean? You're already a star within yourself. That's what you should know. You shouldn't be striving to be no star. Because when you're striving to be a star, all you're striving to be is to join those who are egoistic. You know what I mean? And life, like I'm telling you, is not supposed to be egoistic. And you are not supposed to be following heroes, idol worshipping other egos or other human beings. You understand? But like I'm telling you, just like you find it all around today, where if you know your heroes are either footballers, cricketers, tennis, golf players, motor racing drivers, you know what I mean? Anyone who cross the Atlantic the quickest, whether it's the youngest or the oldest, and they always have in a race to see who do it, or the fattest or the tallest, or any ego who first walk across the Antarctic, the tallest and the shortest. All this kind of idiotic business is taken to be by the ego to be great achievement. When if you are a woman and you alone go up Everest, and you have achieved something, and great books are written about you about how great you are. How can you be great just by climbing up a mountain? You know what I mean? Nothing great about climbing up a mountain or risking your life crossing the ocean. You know what I mean? Nothing great about that. Because one day your life wasn't meant to just come here to achieve these goals that the ego has set in front of you, and tell you that when you do these things you are now a great person, because they will make a statue of you. You know what I mean? And people write books about you and tell you that you're great. That is just egoistic. You know what I mean? We've all become egoistic. We're looking for the praise of others, and we're not satisfied unless other human beings recognize us. So we are looking to be somebody. But why should we be looking to be somebody when you're already somebody? You know what I mean? This is totally ridiculous. But in the world of the ego, the ridiculous rule. You know what I mean? So in the world of the ego now, the ego is you will have wars going on, hate going on, greed going on, spite going on, jealousy going on, because the ego is always trying to outdo itself. And the ego is always thinking, I'm better than him, you know what I mean? And all this kind of thing, all egoistic, you know what I mean? Nations, that's an egoistic idea, you know what I mean? Nationalistic. There are all these games that you love to watch, and you are fervently supporting. It's all egoistic. That is what the ego has fed you, to divert you from who you are, to keep you occupied by egoistic behavior. You love boxing, and you love swimming, and you love horse racing and all these things, and people go and race horse and they say, oh, what a great trainer. The man who is training the horse to race, and how the jockey is great, but what's great about racing horses? So people can win money, and you stay there and cheer, and you all dress up in all your best clothes, you know what I mean? You think life was about really to race horses and see who win, and say who is the best trainer and all this, and give them some cup and let them believe that they are important and that they have achieved something in life by these activities. You know what I mean? That's just diversion. You know what I mean? I am not saying that one shouldn't have fun in life, and that one shouldn't even play any games. I'm just saying you don't have to be egoistic about it. And we don't have to idol worship those who kick a ball about, or, bat a ball, or whatever sport, or drive a car. You know what? The fact that they do these things does not mean that they are morally upstanding human beings, which is what we are here to do in life, to live as morally upstanding human beings, not to be playing games and to be worshipping those who are playing games. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying we shouldn't play games. I mean, play games as much as you want. But like you can see, all the games anyway are corrupted. Because it is ego who is playing the game. Understand? So if you watch any game, you see that they are trying to cheat. Football, cricket, everything is a cheat. It's to win. It's all money. You know what I mean? So everyone is getting heavily paid. Them say well paid. Heavily paid. So they are influenced to cheat in the game. Because the egoistic life is not a life of honesty anyway. You don't find honesty in egoistic people. You know what I mean? They are into cheating in whatever form you find them in. So the world, planetary-wise, is actually controlled by the ego. So what I say is, if it is your religious system, it is egoistic. You see what I mean? That's why I tell you, if you examine it, it's mostly male-dominated. I say in Christianity lately they're giving the women a little squeeze, but not in Islam. You know what I mean? They have to stay at the back, and the rest are religion. But that's how the ego operates, because it's you know what I mean? The religion, the political system is the same, egoistic. You know what I mean? Any system that you find on earth running currently is a egoistic system. And that's why you find all the problem in it. Because it's not correct. Because the ego is a madman, innit? Ego is insane, you know what I mean? The ego is loving and hateful at the same time, you know what I mean? Smiling and very, you know, the ego is a complete lunatic, like I'm telling you. He'll be smiling with you, and at the same time he's around there researching how to construct the next bomb to drop on your head. You understand? Because he's not the egoistic people cannot think straight. Because the ego don't know God, the ego just believe in himself. You know what I mean? So the ego is not going to take account of what we would call natural law. You know what I mean? The ego don't care about what is right and what is correct. The ego just care about what it thinks. You know what I mean? So the ego don't need no what we would call God explanation, because as far as the ego is concerned, he knows what go on already. You know what I mean? This is a Big Bang theory. You know, he's got his other ego busily explaining what has happened, and from other ego explain what happened and how it goes. That's the way the ego is having it. So the ego has decided then that he is the only law. So that's why he can set up his law here. Because there is no law apart from egoistic laws. You know what I mean? So human beings has been taught, you've been deceived to believe that there is no law apart from egoistic laws, which are created by egoistic people, and that the only purpose of your life was to be egoistic, and that if you want to like they say, climb the ladder or get a bit of the success of this life, that you should find some way where you can be egoistic, and the more elaborate your egoistic ism is, the more you will get recognized as it was. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, like I'm telling you, people are doing all kind of elaborate things to be recognized. Then, you know, they're going in the jungle and they have them on telly. They will eat anything in the jungle there, just to be recognized, and then hopefully after they will get a job, or people will recognize them. But the ego will do anything to be recognized. You understand? So that's not that's not a normal person doing this, seeking all this attention. This is when you definitely then have a fault within the being. But the being cannot understand this, because everyone is cheering it along and saying, yeah, you're great, you're great. Yeah, we would like to be like you as well, you know what I mean? So you're just puffing somebody else. So eventually everyone fall into this ego and think it is okay to be egoistic and just don't do anything just to get attention, you know what I mean? But attention, whose attention are you seeking? It is other egos who are convincing you to do this, but all you are doing is losing your soul in this process, because this is not who you are. And when you be like this, yes, as an ego, then all ego, I'm speaking to all egoistic people, all you big egoistic people out there, right? You know for yourself that when you go behind closed doors, sit in your home, you're a lonely soul, because you're not supposed to be pretending, acting out some egoistic character. And you know that from you are a star, that's what you're doing, because you're not being yourself, are you? You know what I mean? You are acting. You are living up to the character that your public expect you to be, instead of being who you are. You have to do things which is against your own conscience. But you do these things because you are being well paid, and you like being in front of the camera, and you like being recognized. But that is because you are ill. You don't understand. But you will not recognize this illness while others are giving you this adulation, as you would call it, and you are a big star. You know what I'm saying? When death come for you, they won't. What can they do? Attend your funeral, a lot of them, but that won't help you. You know where you're going. Adulation cannot help you. For you to die in this ignorant way just because of what they would call the applause of men, you know what I mean? Because this adulation that you are getting and worship that you are, how long can it last? Have you not seen how many stars come and go before you? You know what I mean? Even lately, Michael Jackson kind of star going, you know what I mean? So why are you seeking this fame when? Well, you can leave your fame behind, I suppose, but you won't be taking it where you are going. You understand? So what's the point of living this egoistic way? But the thing with the ego now as well, the ego is not aware that there is any point in life. Because if the ego was aware, it wouldn't be egoistic. So you find that those who are egoistic don't have any faith in life. They don't. There's no meaning to them as far as they're concerned. You only have one life to live, and you have to make the most of it. But I'm telling you, that is just the egoistic way of seeing things. And we get to be like that because we was born into an egoistic world, and we was programmed to be egoistic like everybody else in the world. And it's a very, very difficult thing now to see this, that we are an ego. Hence the fact that the fire lion is always warning you human beings that you must check yourself carefully and be honest and truthful with yourself as a human being. Because that's the only way you're going to discover the ego that is hidden in you, because you are an ego. We're all an ego, you know what I mean? I'm just saying we need to clean up and rectify our ego so that it behaves properly instead of improperly. You understand? But a lot of us don't know that we are ego, so we continue acting in this egoistic manner, you know what I mean? Literally supporting devilish behavior and finding evil behavior pleasurable, because we think that there is no consequences to such depraved behavior. You know what I mean? But that is just the ego showing you this. There is consequences to behaviors and actions. You understand what I mean? So don't think that this life was given to you without any responsibility. That it was just given to you to come here and have fun, like you say, sex and just play games and, you know, kill and murder and laugh and party. Party tell you drop, like some of the ego like to say, any. Just party tell you drop. You know what I mean? Don't have any responsibility. You know what I mean? This is what the ego teaches one. But I'm saying, no, this is not right. You know what I mean? And the egoistic world that we was born into is a deception. The ego has created a deception for us, which is not truthful. You know what I mean? And the ego is just living life wild without any care and any responsibility. As if, like the ego say, when you die, or like they say, you're going to take the secret to the grave. You ain't taking no secret, like I've said this before, but I'm repeating it. No one ain't taking no secret into no grave. You know, when you die, no secret is going in no grave with you. Trust me, your secret are on memory, and that's where it's going. And your memory, you know what I mean? That memory ain't going in no grave. What is going in the grave is your body. And your body and the spirit that is in you ain't the same thing. You know what I mean? One is visible, that's the one that is going in the grave, and the one that is invisible ain't going in it. You know, like your mind and your memory. That's why if a doctor cut your head and look for your memory or your mind, they can't find it. Because that part of you is not physical. So I'm saying that part of you won't be going in no grave. You don't worry about that. Where it's going, I don't know. But you don't worry about that. But I do know that wherever it's going, your little deeds that you do here will be going with you. You see what I mean? Because that's where the watchman is in you. That's where your cameraman is. Memory, like I repeat, I've been repeating, is a cameraman, it's a spy for God. You see what I mean? So this spy here, spy everywhere. White House, Black House, you know, China, India, Russia, all everywhere you go, you find the spy of God spying within man, in high and low places. Irrelevant, you know. Whether they want to be in high places, low places, government, outer government, in it, above ground, underground, or anywhere they want to be. The spy, because God is a super duper, you know. He like to gather intelligence. That's the way I put it, you know. Say, oh, God is a super duper, and he's got a way of gathering intelligence. You know, like you devils, like I tell you, who set up this law against the law of God and claim that you have intelligence officers. Well, God have an intelligence officer, and he's placed this intelligence officer within you. You same one who is ego man, who is doing all the wickedness, within you is an intelligence officer gathering intelligence on your actions. And then when super duper death come for you, after when you live out your little, finish your little tyranny that you're doing here, and you are expecting to die, aren't you? But you like a day, you ain't going in no grave. Just your little withered up body, you know, will be going in there. Don't know how much operation or pills you would have used to prolong yourself in the body till that time. But whenever the time come and death come and take you out, your little deeds that you've been performing upon this planet, is with you, and you are going to pay for it. So you little puffed up egos, who are here and you are under the protection of the Secret Service. So you are under the protection of your Secret Service while you sleep in your big mansion. And you are enjoying the privilege of the whatever, because you have the army and you have the army, you have the police, you have whoever to protect you. while you lord it over the commoners then, as you would see it, yeah. When death come for you, yeah, and you go down there and lord it like that. You know, if you are a king or a queen or a president or whoever. Because when death come for you, they ain't going to talk about, oh, you are you see how many presidents die before you, and kings and queens. They don't respect them when it comes, does it? You have to go. Genghis Khan, whoever Khan you was, and you know, Roman Empire, Egyptian Empire, Greek Empire, American Empire, all have to fall and wither. Fall away. So, because that is the one that is running the operation, like I'm saying. That is the Governor General of Earth. Not you humans. It is actually that. That is the Governor General here. You know, you're just here for a little spell. I don't know why you want to use this little spell that you're stopping over on Earth for, to set up all kind of and going on with all kind of egoistic behavior here. I don't know. This has been running a long time by the ego, you know. I'm not just saying the ego has just started this business. This planet has been egoistic for as long as I can see in their written history anyway. So the ego has been the dominant force on the planet, then if you want to call it a force, or the ruling, you know what I mean? So it had centuries then to perfect its egoism in whatever form. But whatever form you find life existing here now on Earth, it's all just egoistic. If it's a church thing, it's just egoistic. All them elaborate building and, you know, priests and all these things, and them pilgrim and following in Jesus' footsteps. All that is just egoistic nonsense. In whatever religion, it's just an egoistic behavior. Only the ego would think of such, because the ego don't know what it's doing. Ego is not sure. I would say the ego is an unbeliever and a believer. You know what I mean? But him don't know nothing. But him will believe. And anything the ego believes is always something wild. You have to be wild, because the ego will not live honest. That's the fault, that the ego will not live honest, you know what I mean? Might be half honest in certain things, but not completely, because he's two-faced, isn't it? So that's why the ego will never understand the truth. So because the ego can't understand the truth, that's why the ego set up all these, what I would call the negatives, present the negative side of religion. Because the ego have to present something. You know, so he's the one now promising you paradise and heaven and all that, and telling you about God sent his son and all that. All that is egoistic nonsense. But that's how the ego operates. The ego is the one, like I'm telling you, who is dressing up as priest and going on with all this elaborate ritual, and you know, the ego is the one who created money, set up government, you know, and convince you that there is no other way to live but by having yourself been regulated and living under the laws of money, and having some people have money and some don't, and that it is correct and right that the rich should rule over you. You know what I mean? And that there should be poor people and rich people. And you swallow this garbage when everyone should be rich. But because the ego, like I tell you, the ego is like Jekyll and Hyde, split personality. Mr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde doesn't know what he's doing. So, you know, he'll tell you anything. You know? He'll tell you that, oh, no. Everyone shouldn't be rich. You know what I mean? It's better if you have some rich and some poor. Because life is about the fittest of the fittest. And if you manage to run faster than the other man to the food, you should eat most of it. You shouldn't share it with him, because he should have learned to run as fast as you. Because the ego is a selfish. If the ego can't think of anything good. You understand? You think it was good men then, as an example. Somebody who was egoistic and devilish, who sit down and think about making the atomic bomb or designing such weapon. You think it's you think it's anyone good who decide, oh, we will leave from this place and go over to that place and destroy what is over there. You know what I mean? And make sure those people over there don't have what they need. And if we do have some of what they need, don't share it with them. Why should we share it with them? You know what I mean? It's the ego who has decided to go to certain places, not certain places, all places, and dig out what he would call the gold or the diamond or the island, whatever. You know what I mean? It is not normal human beings. When I say normal human being, I mean a human whose intelligence or open intelligence. No human whose intelligence is open would carry out such behavior. All the exploitation, all the wickedness, all the evil, all the vileness is done by Mr. Ego himself or Mrs. Ego. You know what I mean? Mr. Ego, obviously, because he's got the upper hand with the power and thing, but Mrs. Ego is busy here, like I'm telling you, using her sexuality to the fullest advantage, where, like I say, you get praise now if you step out of a limousine without any knickers on. You know what I mean? Or if you show, or if you get enlarged breasts. You know what I mean? So you find out that our so-called female entertainers or whatever they are, actresses, have to reveal, like they say, a bit of flesh and flash a bit of flesh to be accepted then by their public, and they have to behave a bit outrageous. You know what I mean? They have to explain how many people they have in sex with and in what way and in what style and how they like it and how many orgasms they have and all this. If they want to be famous, and they have to be seen in their bikini, you know, flashing the boom. You know what I mean? Like one of those egos in America, they say, oh, all of a sudden she's got the best boom. It's a J-Lo boom, you know, J-Lo boom. What's so you think life is about being fascinated by about J-Lo bottom? How could man get any intelligence? That is not to say a lady hasn't got a nice bottom, but what's the fascination then? That it have to reach into the paper and make headlines and being talk about this bottom man, you know? As if life was to study somebody's bottom. No wonder our intelligence, no, well, no, I can understand why the ego's intelligence will never wake up. Because the ego spends its time, right, being fascinated by a bottom or a breast or a leg. You know what I mean? Or some money or a nice car or some other ego, you know, a footballer, an actress, a tennis player, a golfer, an aeroplane, Jesus, Muhammad, the Buddha. Yeah, so the ego is always looking to worship anything that it feel have a bit of glitter about it, or if somebody say it's a star or it's glittery, you know what I mean? So the ego it's constantly chasing after egoistic thing, and he read about what this great philosopher say, Plato, and what this one say, and he knows and he quotes them, and he's got his house full of their books and thing. But He doesn't. The ego don't know anything about itself. You know what I mean? That's the problem of the ego. Because once you know something about yourself, you cease being egoistic. And you cease running down, finding other people's life fascinating. I mean, reading about who they had sex with and this and all kind of stupid story. Those are not relevant in life. You know what I mean? These are the things that cloud our vision and turn and so we cannot see how egoistic we are, or that we are part of this whole fabrication and deception, and that the career that they set in front of us are the goals that ego has set for us to be stars, to be accepted, are nonsensical and stupid. And like I tell you, go and examine any one of these celebrities, or when you hear them talking, examine them. They don't know themselves. Apart from the games that they play, they don't know. They don't understand life. And more often than not, because of the very thing that they've been doing, the games have turned them burst into an ego, believing in themselves that they are stars, and that to be accepted by so many people is what life is all about. But life is not about who is accepting you or how many people is accepting you in life. Life is about living honestly and coming to know and understand what is right and correct. So that's when you leave this planet, your spirit can be free. You know, we are supposed to understand that we are a living being who cannot die. You know what I mean? And that there's a reason and a purpose for life, apart from just playing games. And you could still know all this and play your game. That's what you are supposed to be doing. You understand? Knowing yourself and then enjoying life. When you seems to, ego is doing it the other way around, trying to enjoy life without knowing who he is, confusing the issue. So that's why he's playing games, being happy at the same time, and the next hand he's building bombs to kill himself because he's confused. Egoistic people are confused. You see what I mean? So if you find that you are an ego, because don't forget, ego is everywhere, you know what I mean? It's not a prejudiced guy, ego. You see what I mean? It's not a prejudiced lady. If you want to look at her that way, it's everywhere. In everyone, you know what I mean? So what you have to do is to control your egoistic behavior if you want your eyes to open. You know what I mean? Now, you would maybe ask, why would you want your eyes to open? Because life is a serious thing. Wouldn't you like your eyes to open so you can see the truth? Or would you like to remain blind and ignorant, come into life and live and die blind and ignorant? When there is a possibility of you understanding this game that we call life then, and finding out that life is a reality. It's an eternal game if you want to play it that way. And you're not only going to live now, you're living forever. And the way that you're living now will have consequences later on. So if you know that in your heart, wouldn't you want to make correction to some of the action that you are performing now in this life? You know what I mean? Well, I would. Because I'm telling you for sure, there is consequences to the action that you are performing. So it would be best if you realize that you are an ego and stop this egoistic behavior. Because egoistic behavior ain't right. Yeah, you will get glorified here on earth as an ego, yeah, and you will have many fans. Yeah, but you will never grow up spiritually. You would be like an egg, like I say, that never hatch. You'll be dead. Yeah, but you'll have enough fans, eh? You enjoy the adulation of the fans, and they buy your stupid records, or go and watch your stupid movies, and say, oh, you was great in that movie. You was you did good acting. That was a great song you made there. But those praises are empty. They don't mean anything. Because when truth examine your behavior as you're acting, or the movies that you are acting in, they just trash. And when you examine the songs and the lyrics, what you are singing to other human beings, they just trash. You might believe in these are the egos who give you some Grammy. Well, because the music industry, as you claim, they sell a lot of your trash. Because it is their business to sell trash to other people. So when they sell a lot of your trash and your trash gets sell big, you go there and you give yourself what you call a Grammy. And you feel now happy that you win 5 or 6 Grammy. First, doing what? Delivering trash to other human beings. You ain't doing nothing good. You'll find this out when you reach on the other side. You know what I mean? If you haven't got time to consider it now, which maybe you haven't got time to consider it now, because you're so busy enjoying the luxuries that you gain from your sellout, to sing trash to human beings. You're driving in the best motor car, and when you go to a restaurant, you get free meal and you get free clothes and you get everything. You meet the president and the prime minister and the queen and the emperor and the pope. Everybody want to know you. You are the talk of the town, aren't you? Enjoy the talk of the town. Mr. Big Fat Ego. Egoistic, you know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, when you're an egoistic person, whether you want to be a big ego or a low ego, you're acting against the will of the one. You know what I mean? And it's not a good thing to be acting against the will of the one. You know what I mean? You will hurt. Well, the one don't care, because it doesn't matter to the one, but I'm just advising you that you're hurting your own self. It's like putting yourself in prison. Who want to put themselves in prison unnecessarily by breaking the law? You don't understand there's a law. Why break it? You think you let this... You must be believing in this idiotic law that bigger egos are set up here. This is not the law. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you must go and break ego law, but I'm saying their law, the real law. You know what I mean? It's the what we call the hidden law. You see, we're living in a physical and a non-physical. Excuse me. Remember when I tell you that your physical will be going in the ground, but not the spiritual? Well, there's a spiritual law as well. And when you are egoistic, you are breaking that law. Because if you wasn't egoistic, you would be following that law. And if you was following that law, you wouldn't be egoistic. You see what I mean? It's like you have to unravel things like how you peel an onion to discover what is at the core. So what is at the core of each of our being is not egoistic. There's nothing egoistic about us. You know what I mean? It's just that the fact that we was born into a world where it was already full of egos and they taught us to be egoistic. And most of us now has just come to accept life that okay, it's okay to be egoistic. But it's not okay to be egoistic. You know, it's one of the worst crimes that you can ever commit, to be egoistic. And yet this is a place where egos are getting worship. You know, adored, admired. Our stars, everyone, you are admired if you are an ego. Especially in this time, if you can do something ridiculously egoistic, like I say, all the more the better. They even not want to tell you they're jackass. So if you can act like a jackass, a proper jackass, then you know they're doing that, and the jackasses, you know what they're doing, all kind of silly thing and all kind of stupidity, egoistic thing. But they was on mainstream television. You think they would put anyone like, say, me on mainstream television to speak the truth like how I'm speaking here? No, I would never get on mainstream television. But maybe if I could act like jackass, you know, smash all the hammer in my head and, you know, take one of my eyes out and put it back in and do something really crazy. Yeah, the other egos would love and put you there, but the ego don't want to hear the truth. So no ego, cause so you can tell who is controlling these like I tell you, media outlet. Everything is controlled by the ego. television, radio, everything, and they just want those who are egoistic. They don't want anyone serious like the Fire Lion, who is going to come on their media outlet and tell them that they are doing devilish things and that the things that they are doing are wicked and evil. You know what I mean? And that women shouldn't go about, exposing themselves to get publicity, because, which decent woman would do that? Only a woman who don't know herself. But when a woman know herself, she become dignified. Just like when a man know himself, he becomes dignified. He won't be going on with none of this perverted thing like most men are going on with either. And when a woman know herself, she won't be, But only knowing ourselves save us from these kind of depraved behavior. When you don't know who you are, you can easily slip into that. Because everyone around you is into this egoistic kind of business, you know what I mean? That is why it's vital to know who you are in this time. You understand? Because your conscience will guide you and show you who you are. And conscience will never ever have you behaving in any way which is against the principle of your own natural self. You know what I mean? But the ego will guide you the other way. The ego do not care. The ego will convince you that there is no meaning to this life. There is, when you're dead, so you might as well enjoy it all. But it's all a lie. You don't see what I'm saying? So, and for you to figure out that it's a lie, you have to find the ego within you. You see what I mean? Maybe it's easy sometimes to spot the ego in other people, You can see it in them and say, oh, look at him, he's big-headed and all that. So it's sometimes it's easy to see it in others. But what about seeing the ego is in all of us? You see what I mean? This is the ego has got all-round range, like I was saying, memory. It's got all-round range and he's everywhere video in. Well, just the same way, ego is a virus that has infected everyone then as it was. You see what I mean? So when you think that he's not in you, are you sure that ego is not the one who is in you? Because if you are following anyone else apart from your own self, then ego is in charge of you. Because one thing I can tell you for sure, ego don't know the self. So ego is either going to end up as a non-believer, a believer, or somebody who, like I tell you, gone in a religion and all those kind of idiotic business. That's Mr. Ego. The only people who have got ego under control are those who are striving to know themselves and understand themselves. So they recognize ego and know that they have to get him to behave himself, clean him up, and they're not trying to kill him, but let's get him do the right thing. But if you are not doing that, then you are under the organization of ego. And ego will set up politics for your religion, for you anything, nonsense. Ego will give you war, all manner of evil. Your government, everything, all those things are egoistic organization. But it's very hard. You admire these organizations so much and the goals, because ego dress itself up so nice in fine clothes and everything, and looking all clean and everything. Yeah, ego is very clean. You have your body clean on the outside and all that. And your clothes are very expensive and you wear the best, and I say you're driving the best car. But that is just your outward appearance. Inside you are dirty. Because you can only be clean if you live morally correct, and you ain't living morally correct. You are dirty and unclean. You understand? It doesn't matter if you dress up and you say, oh, you're a president or a prime minister or a queen, and you put on all your nice and fancy robes and everything, and everyone salute you. If you are not living honestly, you are dirty. And when you reach the other side, you will be revealed for exactly who you are. You see, just like I tell you yesterday, like how when you are evil here, it cannot be seen. So that means an evil man can walk past you on the street and you would know that he was evil. Because his evil cannot be seen. But where you are going to become transparent. And all your little vile deeds, your characters, who you are going to be exposed. Even if you was a president or a prime minister or a queen or a king, emperor, no matter who you are, when you leave this earth, I look through here and tell you, see you, when you leave this earth, see, all your little dirty deeds are going to be exposed, Mr. Ego. You understand? You see, this is a warning for all the ego I'm telling you on the planet, you know. Especially you, like I tell you, Mr. High Ego, High Devil Boy. All you say Pope and all them, man. I tell you, the last thing you want to do is to join those kind of organization, those egoistic, devilish business. This is the time for you to know yourself. Not to listen to ego. Not to follow ego. You know what I mean? You are not. I repeat, if a human being, see, is following another human being, that means you are lost. You are supposed to follow conscience. Conscience is the only leader. You understand? Your own self. That's why when we say we following ourselves, it is conscience. But conscience is in everyone, it's a light. That is your guide. Why you think the Pope can guide you better? Oh no, the Pope can't guide you better. And no other religious institution can't guide you better. I can't guide you better than conscience. That's why I'm telling you about it. It is the supreme guide. That's what you are supposed to be following. Not be following any egoistic, priests and priestesses and all these kind of people. You know what I mean? And going here and there like I'm saying. All that is egoistic behavior. It is time to slaughter the ego. Or if you cannot slaughter the ego, you're going to go down with that ego. So hear what I'm telling you now. We're going to come back on some more reasoning about Mr. Ego still, Because ego have a wide range. You see it, and cover a broad spectrum. You don't see it. So, but what I'm going to do now, I'm going to wind down from this little reasoning about our little dirty, egoistic way. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's not a joke. This is a serious thing about, because it's the ego that brings us to the state that we are in the world. And it's a serious warning from the firehouse that it is time to examine your ego and get rid of it, and you'll go down with it. So you know what I'm going to do now? On that note, I'm going to fire out from the firehouse until we come back on a current topic. See? Fade out and fire out.